most of the problems that we are having now, it is those learned people that are responsible. And it is only the learning that can correct it. Let's have our city of goals. Spiritual goals, health goals, academic goals, financial goals, and relationships. Relationships. All those road signs, we have to talk about them. We talked about spirituality, we talked about health, and today we're talking also about academics. You are going to set goals in as far as your academic life is concerned. What do you want to achieve? So you have to set goals. The book of Hosea, chapter number 4 and verse 6. My people perish for lack of knowledge. So you have to pursue knowledge, try to understand the area that you want to specialize in, gather as much information as you can from different sources. Update yourself to what is happening. Information, it plays a very significant role when it comes to your success. You can only be successful to the extent that you understand, and also to the extent that you can maintain. So you have to begin to look into that as well. What strategy do you have? Because academics is just a goal. You can just write it down, academics, and then you write the goals. Who do you want to become? What kind of a person do you want to be? And then we are now talking about the strategy. How do you find yourself there? What are you going to be doing? I'm not going to advise you to go back to school. I'm not going to advise you maybe to embark on a program that already you know. If you want to know something, already that information is available. You have got ways of getting that information to you. So you know what to do. If you want to achieve, if you want to improve in a particular area, you have to dedicate yourself to begin to learn, to begin to spend time getting more understanding about that specific area. But one thing that I know that maybe you might have never come across it in regards to academics is the fact that when you set your goals, the most important thing that you have to keep in mind is the fact that you always have to read the right books, consult the right sources. The most unfortunate thing that has happened in our time is that the people that are making information available, they have not gone through the experience themselves. People that are also trying to make it in life, before they even make it, they start by writing books. And people that don't even know how to go about it are the closest people to you, and they are willing to offer you help. So it's not all about reading books. I told you before that don't read a book that doesn't help you to read yourself. Any book that doesn't help you to read yourself is not worth reading. Many books are flying everywhere, and most of the authors, they've never gone through what they are talking about. You read a book, you are so excited and you'd want to meet with the person, but when you meet him, he is totally the opposite of what he has written about. Because the Bible says so in Proverbs chapter number 13 and verse number 7, there is he that maketh himself rich, and yet he has nothing. So there are people like that, they have written so many things about wealth, and yet they are so broke. So you don't want to end up acquiring such kind of information which is not proven. It's better to hear it from a person who has had the experience, who is not looking for what you are looking for. He is not as broke as you are. That's the information that you need. Majority of the problems that we are having now in our society, in our families, in our nations, in most of the nations, I will tell you the people that are responsible of most of those problems. Do you want to know the people? The learned. The learned. Most of the problems that we are having now, it is those learned people that are responsible. Learned people have caused most of the problems that we have. And it is only the learning that can correct it. It might not make sense to you, but it will make sense to you very soon. People that are learned have caused a lot of problems. And it only takes the learning to get it corrected. You become a disaster waiting to happen when you have learned anything and then you stop the learning. I'll explain myself what I mean by that. You can familiarize yourself with a particular thing and you study it, you begin to understand it until things begin to change. It's a problem that you see everywhere in every aspect of life, even in marriages. When people come together, they are changing promises and making vows in front of thousands of people. The reason why they are making those promises and exchanging such wonderful words is because of the current environment. They are promising each other because they are within a certain atmosphere, which might soon change. So they were promising each other this and that, each other this. Peter also did the same. Jesus said, "You are going to deny me 3 times." And when Jesus said that, he was in a certain environment. And Peter, in that environment, he said, "I will never do that." And then the environment changed. He got into a different environment where he then denied Jesus. So when people are getting married, they are getting married in a certain situation. And they get married because they are loving each other, because of what they have learned about marriage. And as they begin to grow into that relationship, they are moving away from the place where they originally made those vows. And they are entering into new territories, because by the time you have the first child coming and the second child coming in, before you know it, children are running up and down everywhere. That's a different environment, which means what you knew then cannot help you now. So already you have a problem because you are the learned, but you are no longer learning.